Hey guys, well, this is what I bought for myself, and excuse me for the magpies, they're feeding the chicks outside, so it's pretty noisy. But yeah, I'm going to drone on for a little bit. Obviously, this is the 40th anniversary Masters of the Universe. This was released in October at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, I'm not a toy collector. I promised myself I wouldn't buy toys. I like watching or looking at other guys' collections on YouTube. That makes me happy, that's fine. I do have my toys from childhood, just a couple. I had to sell everything else when I got onto hard times, but I've got one small shelf. So after what happened, I decided to dedicate this to myself for yeah, putting a couple of toys on there, because looking at it makes me happy, and if it makes you happy, why not do it, you know? I do feel embarrassed because a grown man should be playing with toys. The adult toy collector nomica should just mean man babies personally, but hey, who cares? Life is short, yeah? So the reason why I got this is I got hit by a car in September, okay, and pre-existing injuries as well. Yeah, it caused me a lot of pain, still getting over it. But I was given a micro figure. This is a little He-Man one. I didn't know these exist. This guy is tiny. This is my finger. He's a little fella there. Now, my three favorite toy lines as a kid, Star Wars obviously, Masters of the Universe, and Transformers. I never got into Mask, but they were my three big ones generally. But if you have a look there, okay, you've got Skeletor. So when I got given He-Man, I thought, well, you need Skeletor. It's a yin and yang thing, you know. So I asked if yeah, if you keep a lookout for me, and yeah, someone found one for me, and I also got Skeletor, which is really, really cool. This is probably my favorite character. I love skulls, as anyone knows, or skeletons. I don't know why. Absolutely addicted to them. But yeah, so these are my two favorite characters, and the only other thing that I absolutely loved as a kid, I had the Castle Grayskull playset and Snake Mountain. Castle Grayskull I absolutely loved. I used to get pop sticks and blue tack or whatever, and yeah, create little dioramas for my action figures and World War II toys, all that kind of stuff. So I had a look online, and it took me down a deep hole. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have looked, but Series 2 of these actually has a little Castle Grayskull, so I absolutely have to get that, but I can't find them here in Australia yet. So I looked online. They want $60 for a whole pack just to get Castle Grayskull, so let's see how desperate I get. But yeah, so yeah, these fired something up inside me. I don't know why. Looking online again, I found out that it's the 40th anniversary this year for He-Man Master of the Universe, so I think I got a massive nostalgia kick, because I think I was 9 when these came out. So I'll just show you something else. I kept a couple of figures, one Transformer, I sold all the rest, and I have my Boba Fett, and I bought a SDCC San Diego Boba Fett as well back in 2013, just because I love Boba Fett, like most of us do. That's why we have this here. But if we have a look here, so this, take him out of the bag I guess, my original He-Man figure. Alrighty, so yeah, just want to show you these so we can compare them later. So yeah, these are some of the, I couldn't bear to let these guys go, you know, family members bought these for me, so massive nostalgia. I guess that's why they're capitalizing on this right now with the adult collector series. I did see the classics back in, what was it, 10 years ago or something now, and again, I promised myself I wouldn't collect toys, but that Castle Grayskull classics, whew, now they're about $3 new. But this is my He-Man. His legs are all still pretty cool. He's in pretty good nick because I always took care of my toys. Unfortunately, the card backs were thrown out. I did keep them, but yeah, that was beyond my control. But yeah, he's also got his weapons. So the weapons didn't fare so much. I've got his shield, but yeah, one of the braces here is a little bit cracked. We've got his battle axe. This is in perfect nick. A little bit bent, but I can always bend that back. And obviously the power sword. And this here, I know the handle's fine, but yeah. The cool thing about this is you can actually join it together and make a power sword full, and that's used to open the Castle Grayskull door. We'll get back onto that in a couple of weeks. Okay, so that's He-Man. A little bit of I think that was just a rubber problem here, but yeah, so that's him. A little bit loose there, but he does stand up. Probably not my bed though. stick him there. Stay still. Okay, and my other guy that I absolutely kept, of course, was my Skeletor. I absolutely love him. That's why I just couldn't bear to get rid of him. I did sell my Castle Grayskull. I had the Attack Track, the Wind Raider, the Battle Ram. I had everything. I was very, very lucky as a kid from the family there. But yeah, he's this was like this even when I bought it. It seems to be the plastic's just kind of degrading a little bit here. Other than that, he's in good nick, except for around here. As a kid, I didn't have the grip strength to pull these little straps on, so I used to use my teeth, so I had to cut it off because I was wrecking it in here too. But other than that, he's in fine condition. So yeah, this is just nostalgia. I wouldn't have bought them second hand. But yeah, being your own toys, it's just, yeah, I don't know, there's something special about that. And everything works still pretty well. He's pretty good. And he came with his Havoc stuff, which has always been cool, which helps him stand up as well. Now getting old, I'm going to need these just to walk. Probably Skeletor too. He's got arthritis in his bones, poor little bugger. And obviously his power sword. Now this one cracked a little bit here. I could always glue it back, I guess, but I'm just careful. It doesn't need to. Now again, the power sword here and this one here, they do fit together. Okay, I've seen the new ones where they've got like a circle pegs, which is probably a better idea, but this fits together pretty well, as you can see. So that's kind of cool. I've always liked that idea and the classic style there, which is beautiful. Alright. Okay, so we'll put these away and we'll get on to the 40th anniversary box. Now I had to get this from eBay obviously because I'm in Australia, so it didn't cost an arm and a leg, but maybe a couple of fingers. So let's have a look here. We'll compare these little guys later. Okay. So here we have it. I also got the mailing box. People throw these away, which I can't believe, because this is absolutely beautiful, especially the, you know, 40th anniversary. It's pretty special. I've got some other stuff coming too, which I'll like to show you. But yeah, here we have down here. Adult collector. No, man-child. You know, I'm going to admit it. Yeah, I never grew up. Okay, so this box is beautiful. I mean, this looks nice, obviously, but if you turn it around here, this is very similar to the original art style. I can't remember it offhand, but it's absolutely stunning. I actually sit it on the shelf like this. I just like looking at it. It just makes me happy. I don't even need to display it, just knowing what's inside. Okay, another cool thing here is the Ring of Power. Now, if you remember as a kid, you got a bunch of these. They were glow-in-the-dark plastic ones that would also open up as well, and it had a nice kind of iridescent paint over the top, and a lot of figures came with it. I had a bunch of them, but again, yeah, they were thrown out when I was way overseas, unfortunately, so yeah, it's a bummer. It's also got some, I think that's the artist's name. Masters of the Universe, as we all know, is absolutely stunning. 2022 Mattel there too. And it's one of the big things why this, after, I mean, you look at your Star Wars figures, and then these came on the shelf. So when I was, yeah, I was, what did I say, 9? Walked into Target, and the card back figures for these guys. Sorry, I have to keep checking the screen here. I mean, you put your Star Wars figures next to these, and these guys just stood out like a sore thumb. Now, this was before the cartoon was released as well, so I got these and the mini comics with them, which are also included in here, which is fantastic. So I just reread them over and over and look at the card backs and just, yeah, just create my own stories. I absolutely loved them. Absolutely fantastic, you know. Sword, you got to remember too, 80s, the science fiction, sword and sorcery, all of that stuff was absolutely huge. And the bodybuilding, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, all those guys, it was all pumping iron and muscle building and all this kind of stuff. So this is what we had to grow up with as kids, as the ideals. So that's why they went up on super steroids. So yeah, so they made the Star Wars guys look a little bit weak in comparison. I never got into G.I. Joe 2 in my town. There wasn't really that much around. And Battlestar Galactica, the Black Hole, none of those toys were really available. But these were. Yeah, his legs are getting a bit loose. All right, so yeah. So let's open it up. Oh, hang on, we'll just show you the side here too. So we've just got the He-Man power sword here. And on the opposite side is the Skeletor Havoc staff. Here, which is really, really cool. So let's have a look. I don't like taking it out the box too much because it's damaging the box. That's my fault. Let's see. So yeah, as I said, Masters of the Universe are known for great artwork. Look at this. Look at that. Now, I've also heard people throwing these boxes away too. I can't believe it. Honestly, look at this. It's a piece of art. Now, as you know, this is actually embossed. Beautiful. Don't want to put oil on it too much here, but yeah, just look at that for a minute. Absolutely beautiful. So this is obviously the shield from the Castle Grayskull door. Now, I will tell you, I did buy the Origins Castle Grayskull. I broke down. Once you go online and start looking at all this stuff, ooh, I want. And again, pure nostalgia. I saw it, oh my god, I feel like a kid again. Not that I ever grew up. So let's have a look. This is really, really cool. Look, completely back here. Let's have a look. I see you've got the 40th anniversary signature again. Absolutely cool. It's just a stunning box. I really love artwork. I could stare at this for hours. So sorry about that. Absolutely beautiful. It's even got the metal hinges here that you see on the doors of the Castle Grayskull. You can tell people love this stuff. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. Alright. So I think this is just a metal clasp, or it's just stuck there. I'm not sure. So you just slide it open like this. And look at this. Wow. Let's see if I can get a better picture there for you guys. Now when I saw this, I just instantly went, gimme, 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 gimme. And that doesn't happen often. Again, the Boba Fett back in 2013 with the carbonite hand. That was probably the last time I went, oh, I want a toy. You know, but why not? I got no debts. So let's have a look here. So we just take out these plastic covers, or barriers, whatever you want to call them. Stop it from getting crushed. Put these away. Again, I still can't believe people are throwing this away. It's so nice. The other stuff I got coming too. Wait till you see that. It's incredible. So here we have, I guess it's called the blister pack. Again, I had to do a bit of a study online to figure out how to explain all this, because again, you can see the articulation. Yeah, I think they're 7 inches, which is really, really cool. So they're being modernized, obviously, for the adult collector. And the articulation's crazy. Look at that. Okay, so evidently this is kind of an industry standard now. They call it a buck. I've been studying this kind of stuff, and yeah, everything is articulated, everything pops off too, which is quite cool. Yeah, we'll open up in a tick, just one moment. So yeah, just let you read that, etc, etc, etc. Okay, there's a lovely little hologram sticker up here too, denoting the 40th anniversary. And we have a little ribbon pull here, which I really, really enjoy. I don't like having to cut the toys out. If you're an adult collector, they should actually just let us slip it out and then put it back in. That's what she said. Okay, so I'll take this off. This is only the second time I've opened it, honestly. I just wanted to wait. A bit dusty here, so we'll take that away. If you want to have a look on the back here, it's the exploding rocks. I actually saw some stands they've released too that kind of mimics this as well, but yeah, once you start shopping you never stop. Okay, so here we have it. It's weird for me to see all these hands and whatnot. This is obviously a standard thing again, as I've said. We'll just take these out as well. So these are the 2 original comics that actually came out, and obviously I had both of these as a kid, so this is great to see. It's got the 40th anniversary on here as well, so we'll take those out in a minute. It's sat in foam quite deeply, which is nice. A little bit hard to get out now. And the other thing is, this guy is available as a 40th anniversary character by himself, I'm told, but you don't. It doesn't come with metal, what do you call it, armaments, weapons. Whereas this one did. So it's just such a perfect thing for a collector that doesn't really buy these things normally. And here we have the power ring up here too. So yeah, let's just take these out little by little. Eeny, meeny, money, mo. Catch a chicken by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, money, mo. Let's start with He-Man. A little bit of fluff in here. Sorry guys, I'm just cleaning, I can't help myself. There's a bit of fibre in there. So let's have a look here. Oh, you've got to cut him out, so I'm just going to leave him in there. But yeah, you'll see what happens there. So he's got the armour bracing here with a little, what is that? Somewhere to put your sword, I guess. You can see all the amounts of articulation, it's insane. The braces come off. This comes off if you like. Now, the difference between the single 40th anniversary version and this one here is this is actually flocked, which is just a soft technique they use for the interior of cars and other type figures. I think Mossman from the original line had this as well, so it's kind of fluffy, which is cool. And the guy's got a bit of a tan. The head's a little bit more narrow than the original. You can see here he's been on a diet, but again, that's just because he's taller and they've had to suit it accordingly. Hair's a little bit different as well from my guy. I do like that this is the original symbol. I've seen H's and whatever, but that's not what I remember. So you have a look here in the back. Very, very faithful to the originals. Very cool. Now, one thing that, it's not distressing me, but it's quite strange, is this guy. See these? These are called nipples. We've all got them. All the characters had them when I was a kid. This guy, no nipples, nothing. Look at this. It's bizarre. I don't know why that is. It's just, I don't know. It just irks me. Why wouldn't you put nipples on your character? It's just very, very strange. I don't know why, but yeah. Even the orange is the same. Look at this. Really well done. And I like that they've actually painted them because these weren't. That's kind of nice. Again, if you're paying this much for a figure, you want this kind of detail in the upgrade. But yeah, generally it's nice. Very, very cool. And these guys are fully articulated. You can pull off heads and put them together and stuff. But yeah, being a kid, you don't pull things off. So it's unnatural for me to actually destroy these things. But evidently that's what you do. So yeah, we'll just leave him there for a tick and have a look at these weapons. Okay. So this is He-Man's power sword. It's a little bit deeply pushed into the foam there. Yeah, it's cold to the touch. Look at this, it's metal. Die cast, whatever you want to call it. What a beautiful piece. Lucky it's not scratched or anything, which is great. The only thing is, if you have a look at the originals, power sword here. No one has the power. Look at the size difference, but it is faithful to the original design. I do like that it doesn't have the handle. Have a look there, it's got a beautiful metal finish, which is, oh, a bit of a scratch there maybe. Very similar to what I'm doing with Docky, the paint in there at the moment, which is trippy. But yeah, it's got a bit of heft to it too, obviously. And it's nice and straight and not bendy. So that's absolutely fantastic, and that obviously fits in his hand, like so. I'm very happy with that. Just pop that back in there. This is how I always played with my toys. That's why I had my boxes for 30 to 40 years when I sold all my Transformers. Now here we have the battle axe. It's really deep in there. I'm not sure you're supposed to get this out. Come on. Oh, yeah, that's even heavier. That is stunning. Look at this. I've even got some battle damage. Very, very faithful. There's the axe. So there we have it. Sorry, this guy's a bit bendy. Yeah, so you can tell it's mildly oversized again for the ratio, but it's pretty much faithful. You can see it, all the little details there. This one does have a simpler type of grip style, where this one has the wrap vibe, which is nice. Yeah, so yeah, it's a good size. It's a good size. It's properly proportioned. Yeah, it's very happy with that. That's very nice too. I'll pop that one back in. Okay. Now the shield. Come on. Again, it's got good heft. This is crazy. Now I did notice, if you have a look at mine here, it's got a little bit of a, whatever that is, like someone dropped their lunch on it a little bit and didn't wipe it off. A little bit rover trying to scrape it off because it might damage the, I think this is just paper or a sticker from what I can tell. Okay, so let's compare that to the original shoe. So quite faithful, except for the little hole just in here. But yeah, I'm not really complaining about that. That's pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. You see the thickness here as well. So we turn this around. Obviously we have it slightly different. Again, very similar but different. Again, this would break because over the years you keep putting them in, taking them out, and these would just start to wear out. So I do like this side here. It's got a nice big strap for you and a little handle with the grip molded in, which is cool. Now what I'm told is you put the hand on first and then put it onto the figure to actually get this to fit. A little bit reluctant to pull off the hands and stuff because I don't know, yeah, will they get loose if you keep doing that kind of stuff. But that is a really nice piece, die cast. How cool. Little inner boy me is very happy. So we'll pop him back. I think I did that wrong. There we go. Oh, maybe upside down. There we go. Yeah, I don't really want to damage the foam either. Okay, what do we got next? Ah, the power ring. Let's check this out. As I mentioned, I had a bunch of these that were glow in the dark, which were cool. So yeah, I had a bunch of these. This is heavy. I don't have my scale to weigh this, but it's heavy as hell. Look at this. It's got a nice little detail to it, the power sword coming across, and then the other power sword coming across. Obviously there's no flexibility in this at all. So yeah, adult people, it's not going to fit. Oh, it can fit on there, but yeah, I don't want it getting stuck. How am I going to explain that to the doctor? Yeah. And it still has this feature too, where the little cap opens. And we have, I'm not sure if you can see that there, the 40th commemoration little logo in there, which is cool. The original, from memory, it was just blank, I'm pretty sure. Now the cool thing here, but also a slight disappointment, I would have loved an LED and these eyes to glow. You can see here. Okay, but obviously if you've got, if I've got a light, let me have a look. Yeah, if you've got a light you can shine it through and they actually, not sure if that's coming through nicely. They do light up like that, but again, a bit of LED, that would have been super cool, but yeah, not fussed. Maybe it could have been a cool Halloween thing. Yeah, that's awesome. I love glowing eyes. If you look at my gift page, yeah, everything in there's got glowing eyes. I don't know why, just dig it. Very, very cool. They didn't have to, but I'm happy they did. It just, again, it's a nostalgia thing. It's taking me straight back to Target when I saw these toys on the shelf, and the smell when you open the package at first. Ugh, good times to be a kid. And what's weird, I don't really remember purchasing my other toys, but I do remember getting these for the first time. So, oh, sorry, I missed some hands in here. So this is a new thing for or not new for me. You've got different hands and stuff. Let's see if we can come out. Sorry, He-Man. So yeah, what have we got here? So they just have basic little pegs on them. Yeah, I guess I've seen people put these in hot water. I've been doing a little research for these to be bendy, but yeah, I'm not going to push my luck. So you've got a fist. Alrighty, he's mad. And a little karate chop hand. I'm guessing that's for the shield. I wonder. Yeah, it does fit, but it'd be tiny. Interesting. Okay. So let's put these fellas back. Again, online people have done bunches of reviews of these guys if you like, but yeah, I don't really want to pull it apart. These harness clips off there, as I've said as well, which is a nice idea, a little bit easier. Nice ab work there. Very nice figure, I really, really dig it. So many points of articulation, it's ridiculous. Okay. Get back in there. It's actually quite deep set in there, so he doesn't get crushed when you put the screen part back on. Okay, so while we're here, how far does that open? Let's have a quick look at the comics. Be really careful of these, I don't get the edges bent. So yeah, 40th anniversary, fantastic. Yeah, I'll never forget this. I stared at this book for so long when I was a kid, just sitting on my bed. It's fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look. Yeah, so this is the canon for me, not the Filmation. I just like this. So I'm just going to collect a couple of things, like maybe the jet sled, everything in this little book here, and just so I can display it maybe. There's a cool little dungeon there. Yeah, this is taking me back, the artwork. Oh, it's so good. I like the idea that the armor that he had actually gave him strength and force fields and stuff. That was something they kind of let go after a while, I think. Yeah, it's even got the battle ram. Look at this. He-Man, not using the power sword. He's just using his strength just to force it over. This is the prototype style Castle Grayskull too, which I love. There's green. Sorceress Teela looking thing again. A lot of the storyline, kind of crossed over. Yes, fantastic. Oh, look at that. This was Skeletor's book, obviously, so I'm guessing He-Man's in the other one. We'll check it out in a sec. In honour of Mark Taylor, I guess he's passed. Absolutely beautiful artwork, and there's the castle and the spirit of Grayskull, which you'll need to remember for my next video, and a unicorn for some reason. Yeah, I used to sit here and read these for hours and hours. Absolutely love it. Alrighty, so that's that one. Okay, this one's a little bit harder to get out. Oh, which I missed here too. He-Man and the Power Sword, and this one is King of Grayskull. Get it out without scratching it. Let's see what's on the back. Same as usual. This one feels a bit thicker. Not sure why. Yeah, there we have it. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful artwork there, guys. And I always thought Castle Grayskull was Skeletor's, because he was always there and he had a skull, so obviously he put two and two together. That's kind of what you'd expect, right? With the power swords joining together, the story. I like the idea of having almost like a graphic novel instead of the classic cartoon style too. I loved reading these. This throne is actually featured in the classics Castle Grayskull, which I'd love to get one day. Stratos, Merman, Battlecat. And this is cool because you see him actually using the function of the Castle Grayskull, which I think the classics represents here, but in the Origins version it's actually in the door, which I'll show you. This is cool. We have the trapdoor at work. He's just chilling there, okay. I like the idea of it being his castle rather than Teela's. And there's the classic style ladder too. Here's the computer that he actually used in Castle Grayskull. That's awesome. I've completely forgotten about this. Sorry guys, you can fast forward if you're not interested. Ah, here we go. Yeah, I remember this too. How cool is this? Probably my favourite playset ever, Castle Grayskull. I enjoyed the hell out of that. And this too. Absolutely beautiful. I like the idea of a dungeon. I'd like to have a separate dungeon set or something. If they could add that as an extra, that'd be really, really cool. Looks like the weapons rack. Weapons. Castle Grayskull there. Using the ladder again. Turret gun. Stunning artwork. Absolutely stunning. Very sci-fi-ish. And we have the Spirit of Grayskull again. Yeah, that's cool as hell. Okay, so that's the booklets. They're actually stitched. Look at that. The originals were glued. Anyway, on to my favourite character. Now, this guy is not available yet as a 40th anniversary piece. I mean, obviously they're going to have to release him sometime. Why wouldn't you? So let's get him out. Wow, look at him. Now, something absolutely awesome about this little fella is his jaw is articulated. You can see that. There we go. Ooh, a little bit loose. Now the texture, I don't know if that's come up on camera, but it looks like fabric. The detail is insane. Look at that. And it's carried over here on his chest armor. Got some detailing here. The little, I don't know what you call these, little strips like the old legionnaires used to wear in the Roman army. He's got his loincloth as he did in the original, and all that's beautifully detailed too. This looks like a Filmation nod. It used to be that kind of colour. Obviously he's slightly different. He's got the feet that I remember. It's a little bit stiff. I'm a little bit worried about this. This is my first toys of these kind of things. So I don't know how much you can pull them, but yeah, evidently these all come apart. I'm not going to do that. Let's have a look at his back. Now, it's interesting to note that he's not flocked, which wouldn't make sense, and I'm not really fussed about that either. He's got the same type of, oh wow, it's even detailed on the back here for his sword. Amazing. Yeah, that's really, really nice. And evidently you can switch and swap all these as well, but yeah, I'd prefer not to. That is really loose, isn't it? Yeah, it does open quite wide as well, but yeah, no, I won't mess around with it. Maybe I could heat it up slightly and then just push it back up. Yeah, look at that face. Sorry, the GoPro's in the way. Absolutely beautiful. Let's bring the other guy in for comparison. Let's put his legs back this way. I don't know why. They just kind of... Yeah, see, so it's basically on the same as the toes. Again, this is nostalgia, so I'm glad it looks close to what I remember, but modernized. How cool that is. Pretty much similar. I love that it's got the green accents around it, just as the original did. Although, yeah, this guy kind of looks like he's your eyes is following him around, which is cool. Boots are nice. Again, it's been proportioned. Again, no nipples. What the hell? See this? Nipples. That's the anatomy of humans' bodies. Look at that. Nothing. It just looks weird to me. I don't know. It's very bizarre. Yeah, muscle definition. This one has a slight wash on it too, with to help with that. Yeah, the articulation's crazy. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's have a look at his weapons. That way. So he comes with his own power sword as well. A beautiful, yeah, metallic purple. Purple's one of my favourite colours. I love this. I painted my show car purple. Very nice. The only thing that's a bit of a bummer is that you can't combine them, obviously, because they're two separate full casts, which is alright, I guess. It's not a big deal. Absolutely lovely. It's got, yeah, again, the same heft to it. So I'll pop that back in. Not sure if that's going to fit. Maybe spike in first. There we go. There we go. Havoc Staff, his most famous weapon. If I can get him out. Oh, he's... Whew. Wow. Just destroyed my finger. Anyway. So if we have a look here, this is the only weapon that is not completely die cast. It's only the head, as you can see there. Beautifully finished in that same metallic kind of paint. You've got the ram's horns, which are plastic, and the rest of the stuff, which is plastic as well. And it's moulded in a nice purple. Looks good. No real defects. That's really, really nice. I don't know if I would have wanted an articulated jaw. Oh, here we go. Got a bit of a paint. Oh no, it's dust or dirt or something. No problems. Not sure if that can come out, but I'm not going to. It looks like a weird glue thing in there. No, it's a nice looking stuff. Where's the other one? So we can see here, it's modelled pretty close. This one looks a little bit scarier, I guess, which is nice with the teeth and whatnot. This is a little bit more simplified, obviously. Much longer. It's got a couple of little casting wibbles and wobbles, but that's fine. Little dents and whatnot. I think that's designed to be that way. Oh, yeah, it's nice and cool. Look at the size of that. Very nice. Alright, so we'll pop him back. Look how far back it is. Oh dear. Okay, we want to keep pulling that out. Okay, and he's got some hands as well. Just give me a sec. I can remove them. It's really stuck in there. Come on. Power sword is handy. That's one. Boop. So this one, I guess. I don't know how you're supposed to get these out. Okay. There we go. My God, it's a little bit ridiculous. Whew. Yeah, so he's got his classic grasping hand like he did with this one. Which is cool. And we also have a fist, if you want him to get him to punch stuff as well. So I guess, yeah, you just, again, I've seen people heat them up with water and just pop them out and pop them in. Yeah, it just feels a bit awkward for me. I don't know if I really want to do that. Yeah, but they are very tight, so yeah, hot water would be the go. Absolutely stunning. Really nice detail. Yeah, but the articulated jaw, yeah, it's pretty damn cool. Very, very nice. Okay, just pop him back in. These hands are a bit of a nightmare. Just up the top. Raspy claw hand. I'll just leave it in there. That's really hard to get out. So yeah, Just out of interest, see if there's anything behind here. Oh! No, it's just cardboard. Okay, let's put Skeletor back in. It's an OCD thing. I just like to have everything perfect. I don't know why, I just do. It's quite tough to pop in. There we go. That's cool. Very nice. Okay guys, sorry I don't pose them and move them around, I just want to leave them in there for now. Maybe when the Castle Grayskull comes I'll be tempted to do it, but yeah, we'll see what happens, unless people request it. But again, there's so many reviews out there, I don't think I need to. Again, pure nostalgia buy for me, that's all this is, but I'm happy I bought it. It's usually things like this, I get angry with myself for spending money, but this, every time I see it, makes me feel happy, and that's what's important, right? So yeah, Nostalgia He-Man, but I've got a couple of other things to buy as well, like I've said, for this. Yes, I'm taking a break, but I'm still saving up for tyres for Docky, so I don't want to extend myself too far, as you could understand, but this I couldn't miss. Absolutely stunning. Childhood revisited. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, please leave them below. Cheers.